Good morning, good morning, good morning. Giving God all the glory, waking us up on this Saturday, the 21st of September, which is the last day of summer. So, summer is officially over, y'all. And those of us that made it through another season, giving God thanks. But before I get started into this conversation, let's go into our Father's prayer because we always supposed to have that communication with God first when we begin our day or whatever we might be praying for, whether collectively or individually. We are all going to talk to our Father, those of us who have our Christian faith and believe that God has taken us to another level. And I know He has taken me to another level. And I'm not going to get up here and do the long, drawn out other prayers, but God knows what you need. God knows what you are going through. So it's no reason for me to try to fix it for you. Only God can help you through whatever battles you're going through in your life. So let's go into the Our Father prayer. Our Father, which are in heaven, kingdom come, done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, Lord, but deliver us from evil. For thou you are the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And yesterday I didn't talk to God when I left the house, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just like, um trying to get on time to work and just forgot to talk to God, and something happened. Something happened and how I respond to it. And it wasn't the right response, but it don't talk to God or you leave your house and you go into wherever you going, like to your job or whatever. You will lose sight of things. You'll lose sight. You'll get blinded by things. You'll get attacked by the devil, the snares of the devil, and everything. And the devil could use anybody, in any given moment. So that's why you have time with God before you start your day off. Something is going to come. Challenges are going to come your way, and you don't want to get caught out there by the devil's snares. Okay, so it's always important to talk to God, whether you want to believe it or not. God is always omnipresent. Amen. So I wanted to go into this conversation because this is a personality that I truly admired. This woman, Harris Faulkner, that worked on Fox. And what brought my attention to watch Fox is because of her way that she represented herself sitting on the, reporting the headlines or reporting stories or doing interviews and sharing some of her own personal life experiences. So Faulkner was one of my favorite personalities on this platform, on this media platform, from the Fox team and other things I've watched her in as well. So I got a little bit more to know about her, and it's interesting. She has two daughters. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's a mother. She also come from a military family. Her father, who played in the her father that was in the Vietnam War, he served in his served for this nation, this country. So it kind of hit her real personal, like everything that has been going on politically now with America, like what we going through with our presidential. Just give me a second, y'all. I forgot to do something. Okay, just give me a second. I forgot to shut this door. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right with you. I gotta go see about something. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about all of that. Yes, I'm just saying that I always admired her, from Fox, and I was a fan, like a fan of hers, and she was really the woman who drawn my attention to watch Fox News, Fox Television. And now she's taking a journey in life to somewhere else. She's trying to move into something else in her career now. And the title I'm bringing here is that Harris Faulkner is now going to be the new face for the Oprah for America. The reason I say that because she is a black woman. She comes from a military background, and she also, um, have a strong faith in her Christian values. And this is what I like about this woman. She is the best product for the American people today. Faith, family, her resilience, and everything else that is going to be bomb in America, okay? To draw that attention to the American people, what we need right now for the American, and especially to the American black family. And even though her husband, she's in a biracial marriage, but it's still the new America. It's the new American family. Um, the black woman being married to other than a non-black man and being a power couple. And that is exactly what America needs today. Definitely needs that today. Um, the way that her and her husband are two strong, um, people. They raising a great family together. They have daughters that they're raising together. And how she now is going, and I'm going to let you listen to the video a little bit, but I'm going to leave the link below this video because this isn't my original video. This is something that I'm just taking from what I have found here on YouTube on you when I was watching it. And I said, wow, this is deep. I was like, I am so proud. I am so happy. I got it from Ultra Discovery. That this is their video, Ultra Discovery video, and they work and they journalism and everything here on YouTube. But I wanted to share this with you, and they've given a story on the fact that Harris Faulkner, um, she's moving on from Fox, so she must have been a new face. She's going to be for the American culture and the American family for today. Oprah had her audience, and she drawn the audience of women that want man bashing, women breaking up from their marriages, trying to raise single family households, um, a lot of dynamics, family dynamics, racial tension, all of that. That's what her audience bought. That's her. That was what she brought to her audience. Anyway, division. It was just crazy. Obesity in America. But as you can see, you don't see this with Faulkner. She seems to be taking very good, well care of her health, her diet. She's always looked polished. She looks together. She looks very conservative. She always looks stunning. And I like the way she talks. She's beautiful. She's very, she brings a lot of feminine energy as well. And she's always about family, faith, family. And like I said, and the love for the American people and American family and her own personal journey as growing up and being a child from a military family. Okay. Um, Tainted Life, good morning to you too as well. You said the new Oprah. That's not happening, not now, not ever. She's missing the it factor. I don't get it. What is the it factor? Well, I think she'll do better than Oprah. To be honest with you, I think if that's where she's heading for, this is not what she said, but this is what I'm saying. And if it is going to happen, I think she will be the new face for to replace the Oprah platform. Or Oprah could still have a platform, but I think this woman right here, she's going to wipe the View and the Oprahs out. Okay, Faulkner, I like Faulkner. Faulkner. Let's hear some parts of her story. I'm gonna show a little clipping of the video before we really get so into the conversation. Please hit the like button as you come on in, going out. Are you watching? Please hit the like button. I'm going to play a little bit of the video.
And personal relationships. In her own life, Harris has embraced these principles wholeheartedly. As a newscaster and television host at Fox News since 2005, she has demonstrated unwavering commitment and adaptability. Hosting popular shows such as The Faulkner Focus, Outnumbered, and leading her primetime political franchise Town Hall America with Harris Faulkner, she has become a respected figure in journalism. Her work has earned her 6 Emmy Awards, recognizing her excellence in the field. Harris's journey wasn't always smooth sailing. As she navigated early career hurdles, her unwavering faith became her compass in the tumultuous world of journalism. How will her military upbringing influence her personal life and marriage? Let's find out. An intimate look at the nonconformist's personal life. Harris Faulkner's first steps into the world of media were modest. Harris began as a freelance business writer for LA Weekly, earning just $50 per article. But her ambition was clear from the start. An internship at KCOP TV in Los Angeles provided her with the experience she needed, and soon she landed her first reporting job at WNCT TV in Greenville, North Carolina. This was the beginning of a series of moves that would shape her career, taking her from Greenville to Kansas City, where she became an evening anchor for WDF TV, and then to Minneapolis-St. Paul. It was during her time in Minneapolis that Harris's life changed in more ways than one. Not only did she earn her first Emmy Award for Best Local Anchor, but she also met her future husband, Tony Berlin. Berlin, a seasoned news anchor at WCCO TV, had his own impressive career in media, having worked as a reporter and field producer for various networks. Their connection was immediate, and the two began dating
Could y'all please hit the like button as you come on in? I will appreciate it very much as we go through this video. I am sharing with you about the journalist Harris Faulkner and how she's leaving Fox and she's going to be moving into other parts of her career. And I'm saying the new face for America, the new Oprah for America. And I think she will sit well with America, especially at a time like this, where American families are broken and also what's been going on in our economy and our Christian values. So I truly believe this woman right here is going to be the new Oprah in America. And she's going to do well. And it didn't take her overnight to do this. It's something that she's been doing for, if you could go through her career of all the places that she has worked in throughout her career in journalism and telling stories and doing interviews. You listen to the video. That's where God, I truly is it factor. I don't understand the it factor. Y'all have to be more, a little bit more detail with me. I don't understand that's it factor. Thomas, and good morning as well to you, Thomas. I don't understand the it factor. Let's go on and listen to some more. I'm going to leave so you can hear the whole video because I don't believe. Oh, go. Good morning, Thomas. Yeah. So I don't understand what the it factor is. Certain, cliche and languages and stuff like. I don't understand. All right. So I'm gonna leave more of this video with you so you can really decide yourself. You can see what you can see for yourself. But this is so far what I see, and I'm rooting for it because I think she'll do great as the new queen on, you know, our talking and everything else for the American people and American families and what's going on in all different areas like the American family. She'll do good on. She'll do good on the Christian conversations about life with Christians and everything. And I think Faulkner is going to do a great job, and I think she's going to do well at it. She's going to excel very well at it, and she's going to bring a whole lot of audience. She has a lot of fans, and I was a fan. She drew. I wouldn't watch Fox News because of the rumors that I heard that Fox was a racist station. I mean, a racist media network, and I didn't feel that way. But a lot of people were saying it was like that until I started watching Fox, and I think Fox has been one of the most unbiased media networks, but they just have a certain image where they carry you to be more conservative. It's like a very conservative to me. Um, Fox News, they one of the most conservative medias.
2001. By April 2003, they were married, marking the start of a strong and enduring partnership. Berlin's career trajectory is just as remarkable as Harris's. With a degree in political science from Occidental College and a master's in public policy and journalism.
Actually, I wanted to study political science. I wanted to study criminal. I wanted to be a criminal defense attorney, and I also wanted to study political science. So, you know, that's probably what else drew my interest there as well.
From American University, he built a name for himself in the world of media. He worked for various news stations across the U.S., including in Georgia, Ohio, and Virginia, before eventually transitioning out of the TV business to start his own media relations firm, Berlin Media Relations. As president and CEO of the company, Berlin continues to excel, but his focus on family remains a cornerstone of his life. Together, Harris and Berlin have two daughters, Cindy and Carolina, who are often featured in their social media posts, giving fans a glimpse into their family life. Despite their public personas, the couple manages to maintain a sense of normalcy, deeply rooted in their Christian faith.
That's it right now. Deeply rooted in their Christian faith. Faulkner to be our new queen for talk show hosts. And I think she'll do wonderful. And she will really draw a lot of American families more together than broken. And that's what we need in our world we're living in today. We need to reconcile the children to the fathers and the mothers to the children as well, and the mothers to play their role as a mother and her career, how she going to juggle raising a family and a career. Pick better partners. Pick somebody not because of identity politics. Yep. You said Trump 2024. Exactly. America is suffering because of our broken home lives, and we took God away from our homes. We took God out of school. We took God out of our nation. People don't even. Amen. Deep roots, the family history, the family, all of that. Faulkner and her husband, I think, are doing a great. They are a power team together, raising a family together. They surviving. They're strong, and both of these people have careers, and he has his career, she has her career, but they raising their two beautiful daughters in a world we living in today. And I think they're doing a great job, whether they're a biracial couple. I ain't even looking at biracial. I ain't looking at none of that. I'm looking at the family. Okay. A family of a husband and a wife. We got to get away from identity politics. And these are her daughters from her womb. And forget about Kamala Harris. Those children are not from her. Those are children that her and her husband, I don't know if they adopted the children or the children were from a previous marriage that her husband was in. It's just a messy, blended family situation, and we don't need no more of that craziness going on in America. Okay? We need to see the nuclear family. Well, they took they wait a minute. Hey, good morning, TVE trial. He says they took God, money, food. I'm not sure what I do have anymore. When you ain't got God, you ain't getting no money. I mean, you gonna eat, but you ain't gonna eat good. Okay? Yeah, they took money, food, and I'm not sure which I do have anymore. Exactly. They did nothing but the devil's work on America. At 66 years old, remember the class saying a prayer before our milk snack in the afternoon in grade school. I'm 58. I know what you're talking about, Thomas. Okay. I'll be 58 is January coming. So I remember we used to have to get up. We used to have to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. We had to sing the American national anthems and all of that. We used to sing, "Oh, beautiful, oh, spacious sky, forever raise a grain." We used to have to sing one of them. Okay, oh say. We didn't really do the "Oh say can you sing," but we used to sing "Oh beautiful America." I remember singing that song in grade school, coming up as elementary, all the way from kindergarten all the way up until even I went to a Catholic school when I was like in first grade to second grade, I think it was. And then I went back to public school. And even the public schools, you can say, were like a Catholic school or a Christian school because there was just certain things that we had to follow in the structure of the classroom. There was just certain things that just we had to do for not for the teacher, not for our parents, but for ourselves. And look how this stuff has helped us later on in life that we're still here to tell the story. How good it played a role in our life. We didn't like it back then, but we knew how important it would have been today. And it's important to bring it back because of the things that they having problems with today. Like me working in the early educational field, and I work with young children, and it was an incident that took place yesterday in the classroom, and there was no way me or the other co-teacher could have avoided it from happening. It just happened the way it happened. But they watching cameras and saying we were over on this. I said, well, you know what? This is wrong with America today. Instead of watching the camera, hear what's in our heart and what we're telling you. And how when something like this happens, you can't fight against nature. You can't. Because some things are just going to happen. Cameras have blind spots. And camera can sometimes make people, it can really trick your mind up because you don't really know what's going on. As we were trying to take care of the situation, there was some other stuff going on in the classroom that you wasn't aware of from the camera. You seeing what you want to see, But the whole truth that was going on, there was other things happening right there at that moment. Would another child was in the classroom, and it was other children in the classroom that was screaming and hollering and carrying on. And we're trying to keep our focus on everything going on in the classroom and trying to make sure we see every child. So y'all can't go by no camera of the child being injured in the classroom and how we had to sit the child down and how we were moving around in the classroom, and you were thinking that we weren't watching what was going on with the child. We know that the injury he had could have been very serious, but there was other children in the classroom as well that was screaming and crying and yelling, and we were trying to figure out what was going on with every child at that moment. Yes, you saw one child being injured, but you didn't see if there was other children that were injured as well at that same moment. Okay. Anyway, y'all, let's move back to the story we talking about in America and about they need to bring God back in schools. And I think they do need to bring God back into the everything we do in our daily life as an American people. And there was some other things I wanted to share as well, but I think I'm gonna save that for some other later time to talk about. Yes, Curtis, yes, we do need fathers, yes, back into the lives of their children and in the lives, help raising their children. We need strong men to stand up to be fathers. And I ain't saying strong men by beating up your wives, beating on your children, and that sort of authority over the woman in that kind of way to raise the children. And we talking about, like, we want to see power couples, happy couples, both making the right decision for the future of their children. They both working as a team together. No abuse towards one another. You could have a father, but that man could be a real monster. You know, he could be abusive. He could be beating on the wives. Women just got to make better choices in who they choose to have a family with. Men got to make a better choice of who they choose they want to have as a wife. You can't turn no hooker out on the street throwing her tutu out to every piece of man in the street and showing all her body parts. I had that conversation yesterday with somebody. We were talking about two artists, a female and a male. I was talking about, well, it actually was talking about a male. He put out something, he's a Christian male, and he put something out there on Fantasia. And she was talking about her Christian beliefs, her religious, her Christian beliefs. And I said, well, you sitting up there selling your Christian beliefs, but you got your boobs all popping out of your shirt. And then when you perform and you performing where you are very provocative, your clothing that you wear and everything else when you come out and do your performance, the energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean. I said, look, she's a man. First of all, if she got so much, you would say, Christian values in her belief, you wouldn't be having your boobs popping out of your shirt. You don't wear certain kind of clothing, whether you're an artist or not. You still got to cover up your body. You are a married woman. You are a mother. It's a whole lot of things I went on. I hit on. And I said, but you know what? Y'all sat up there and not saying, I said, look, R. Kelly has his Christian beliefs and his Christian values, but still in all, his music was very sexual, explicit. And the next thing you know, he was dating younger women that were young enough to be, of course, his daughters. Okay. But y'all called him every name in the book except a child of God. What gives her a pass? He says, well, we were not talking about gender here. I said, yes, we talking about, it's not even about gender. It's about you Christians, how you judge people. You found every evil thing about him and him being supposedly a man that had Christian values and Christian beliefs, but you can't go at this young lady that performs with half nudity on her body, and her boobs, her body parts are popping out, like certain things are shown, and making doing dancing a little provocative in a way. So I like both artists, don't get me wrong. But when we gonna judge someone who's in the entertainment world, who's in the music world, music industry or whatever, we gotta judge them. We gotta take everybody under the, spectrum. Everybody that call themselves a Christian and out here performing in a certain kind of way. That's when you can see the confusion there. If you're going to be a Christian and you're going to call out somebody on sin, or you're going to give them a pass, then you got to give him a pass too. None of us are perfect because the devil plays us all. But the thing is that when we want to call out some of the things that they shouldn't be doing as claiming to be a Christian, those are the things that confuse their unbelievers. And they supposed to be out there to represent for Christ. And no, she shouldn't be wearing certain provocative things, and she shouldn't be wearing anything with her boobs hanging out, and then she want to defend her Christian values. You can't do that. You either going to love one or hate the other. Now, if you want to defend your Christian values, you can still be in the music industry and sing and scream and do all that other stuff. But certain things that you should not want to perform in, and certain things you are not going to sell yourself in, that you're an artist and you have Christian beliefs and values. And I know it can be done. And the reason I know that is I look at Anita Baker. That woman was always classy when she came out to perform and sing. She was a married woman and she had strong Christian beliefs and values and everything in her. So did Stephanie Mills and a whole lot of others. And you never see these women dress any kind of provocative way. That's why the industry did not really put them. They said they managed it because there was just certain things they just wasn't going to sell out Jesus Christ for. But they enjoy singing, they enjoy performing and everything else like that. And to this day, they still sing and perform or whatever. But there's just certain things you ain't gonna see Anita Baker put on, and you ain't gonna see Stephanie Mills put on either, because she has her Christian faith. So what gives Fantasia? And I ain't no shade on Fantasia. There's no haterade over here. But the thing is that if you're gonna be a Christian, there ain't nothing wrong with you want to sing. You want to use your gifts and your talents, but when you want to sell your Christian faith and your Christian beliefs, there's just certain ways you ain't gonna perform. And on top of that, you are supposed to be a wife and a mother. Your body should not be out there to the public. Only person supposed to know that body of yours should be your husband. You ain't selling sex. That's the difference between the world and a person who have Christian values. You ain't selling sex. You want to get the minds lifted to Jesus. You want to sell how we should do things and do things in decency and in order, and also things that should be different from the world. You ain't selling your body. You ain't selling none of that. You selling the people Jesus. You're not going to use certain provocative language in your music. You ain't going to do certain things. You're going to make the music sound good for people to enjoy and to listen to and to dance to, but it's just going to be done in a different kind of way. It ain't going to be done in the way that the world, and this is why R. Kelly has been under punishment, even though he's a great artist. I love R. Kelly and I'm always going to love R. Kelly. But these are the things that some of us Christians have missed. So I missed it until I had to sit back, take some time away from it for a while, and I had to examine things again and examine things again and examine things. And I say, you know what? I see now what happened. But that doesn't stop me from loving him. and praying for him. And doesn't and it's not just only him, it's just it goes for a whole lot of other ones out there. They want to straddle the fence with God. You can't do that. Either you're going to be about his business or you're going to be about Satan business, and Satan ain't got no love for you. And there's a certain way we as Christians are supposed to live our lives in front of the world and be an example for Christ. Not saying you can't sing, not saying you can't be a musician or whatever you want to be, but there's just certain language we're not going to use in our music. There's a certain way we're not going to dance to our music, and there's a certain way we're not going to dress to perform in as a Christian. We want to do things in decency and in order. But I wanted y'all to come look into this Faulkner, back to Harris Faulkner and her new move in her life and her career, and why I wanted to bring this to your attention, that I think she'll do great as the new Oprah for this generation that's coming up today. Because the Oprah, those of us who grew up on Oprah, look at how she led the generation of the millenniums, and even some of us well, this is Gen Z, but for this generation, they need a Faulkner as the queen right now, host for the talk shows and about family, faith, and all the other great, faith, family, and resilience, and everything else that follows behind. They need a face like that for America today. They need a woman like her to lead our young Generation Z and everything today in the light about certain things, in conversations about certain things. So I like the fact that she's moving on from Fox and she's ready to flow out on her own and do her thing in her journalism. And like I said, she didn't get there overnight. They shared some of the places in her career she's been and the awards that she has won, and her partner that's always been strong with her in raising, through her career, her husband and her daughters, and her love for her children and everything else in the world, and her love for her country, first of all, her nation. She loves them. She's an American child from American soldier. Her family background in the military. So this is really beautiful, and I wanted to share this with y'all today on my platform. And like I said, I wanted to touch on those a lot of things, but I gonna save that for later. So you all have a blessed and wonderful Saturday. If God's willing, I may or may not be back with you later on throughout the day. Take care and be safe. Peace. Please hit the like button. Those of you who are coming in and watching, and those of you who might watch the video later, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it.